I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And so I want to finish the story about the young man that I met. And so I told the young man that I would come back and I would do diligence for him, the next day. Well, however, he believed and he called. And I did just that. Amen. Then because I began to talk to him about kingdom. And he's married. And he said he'd been married roughly 6 to 10 years. It began to change, but he was married nonetheless. So I had to speak about kingdom. I had to tell him that how he has to treat his wife and how she has to treat him. When you voice in harsh words, you're tearing down your kingdom. When you become toxic, when you say things and then take it back and say you don't mean it, but you keep doing it, that's repetitive. You have to find consistency in the difference, in the truth of your walk, and treat your marriage as so. Amen. Because you're going to be held accountable for your actions. So therefore, I went to the hospital. His wife was in the hospital. She found out she's a diabetic. Sugar very high. And so they kept her in the hospital for about 3 to 4 days. However, I was there. We brought food. I brought food for him and his and the daughter and the wife to show support. Godly support was none of me, sent by God. Did just that, and we began to build. And he began to say how he wanted to get closer to God. And I began to tell him, hey, listen, there's some things that you must do, and the first thing that you have to do is treat your marriage as so. Treat your wife as the church, and the wives, you have to respect your husband, his call, and what he says. You have to, especially if you have a king. Amen. Nurture your relationship, and it takes time. When people surrender, they come from all different walks of life, and so therefore we bring all different types of baggage and luggage. You understand? Into our relationships, and then we're not really truly relating. You know what I mean? And we're not truly friends. These things take time. You have to build these things. They can take place, even with girlfriends and boyfriends. Amen. But you have to be mindful of who you sleep with, because you're not supposed to sleep outside of a marriage. Amen. And the sooner we learn it, the better. I didn't learn it. It took a while. I didn't just sleep around. I didn't do that. I can actually tell you I didn't do that. Very picky. You understand? In the separation. But today, it's all kingdom. I don't see anything but my wife. Don't want anything but my wife. Live for my wife, to protect and to provide, to be a real man, to be a real king. Don't you know, men, that a half a man is no man at all, okay? And a woman whose mouth won't be quiet